everyone, and welcome to our channel. This is our first video on FPL Xtra, and I'm here with my boys, Gaz, known as Arrows on the Twitter community, and FPL Zay, and I am Neil, aka Nilos FPL, and yeah, this is it. This is our first venture into YouTube together. Zay's the professional. He's already been doing this thing for a little while, but the whole kind of purpose of this channel is basically for us to talk about FPL. You know, we talk about FPL every day. We're strategizing about moves like every other day, talking about future plans and what we want to do. And we've got this group chat and we just chat on it every day. And it's like, it just made sense to translate that into YouTube and basically decide, you know, that we might want to take this thing forward. And yeah, thanks for tuning in and joining us. Over to you, boys.
Right, I'm going to start off with my team first, then, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to run you through obviously this current game week's points. So basically, I had Kepa in net, which didn't do very well. I've got Bueno on 3 points. He wasn't great. Emerson didn't start either, which was a bit of a shame. One of my actual star players was Ben White from Arsenal, obviously for the double game. And then, unfortunately, in midfield, I had Saka, which wasn't unfortunate, but I didn't captain him, unfortunately.
But we was going to.
Which was a shame, yeah. We was all thinking about it, weren't we, lads? But obviously, we decided to go with the Egyptian king. We'll say no more.
Yeah, but how happy were we yesterday when he scored? It was like relief.
It was that last 10 minutes or so was a bit nervy, wasn't it? I think at one point I was taking, I think it was about 60k drop. It nearly doubled my rank.
I know you had a breakdown, Gaz.
I was ready for deleting the app.
You know what? The worst part is the ranks. Yeah, it's like I think you and Zay are, I think about 11 points and 23 points, but you guys are like 50k and like 60k ahead of me. So it's like, it looks bad on the face of it, but it's not much in it. So if anyone's watching this and your rank is, you know, you feel like it's not great, honestly, 10, 20 points and you'll be flying. So
that's it. It's just one good game week, really, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if we'd have all had Martinelli and maybe had the balls to captain him, we could have been
probably Saka.
The top 50k maybe, yeah, even Saka, but obviously we didn't. We went for the Egyptian king. He didn't do too bad, to be fair, though, did he, lads? He was all right.
He was all right, yeah.
22 points, not the end of the world. I had a couple of one-pointers as well with Mahrez, Andreas, just standard things. Obviously, Mahrez did start one of the games. Did he start the second one? I can't remember, did he? Or did he not play at all?
I don't think he did.
I definitely did.
I think he just come on for a one-pointer, didn't
he? Yeah.
Obviously, then I had Haaland. He didn't do too bad.
He had only one game. I think it was only one game from it.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
It was a single. Of course it was. Yeah.
He was just subbed on.
I must be thinking of the previous one where I triple captain Haaland.
Yeah, you had a green arrow in that, so yeah, you're still stuck there.
Yeah, and then they had Nketiah for Arsenal, which again, I don't think he started both games either, did he?
Got the assist, man. I was.
And he came on with the assist, didn't he? At the end, clutched it a little bit for me.
That was just.
And then, obviously, I had Sir Harold of Keynes, which didn't do too bad. He was kind of a bit of a differential at one point, but then everyone brought him in, and he didn't really do much for my rank. But obviously, yeah, it weren't too bad. I ended up on 77 points, which was absolutely shocking, to be fair.
I think it was a slight green arrow with Harry Kane. A lot of people took him out and brought in Darwin Núñez, who was, who had another masterclass with a blank. Yeah,
he was even worse than that, wasn't he?
He got a goal, but there was a foul in the build-up. So yeah,
I think obviously as well for myself, I was trying not to like go too heavy on obviously the Liverpool players. So I only brought Mo in because I was hoping going forward it would be easy for my team to like try and not wildcard straight away. Obviously like as early as like 26, 27, 28. But now looking at my team with the injuries and stuff, that might be changing. So yeah, but I finished on 77 points, which give me a horrible red arrow.
I'll take that though. Still, it's not a bad score, bro.
It's not too bad. You boys did a bit better. But yeah, so like I say, I'm on 77 points. I think I'm on around about 88k, which is it's all right. But I could have probably been on 50k if I had a captain Saka. But like us lads have been saying, though, it's all small margins at the end of the day. We could have maybe captain Saka or someone different, but it is what it is, isn't it? And we move. And that's it,
man.
How are you, Neil?
Well, in the end, it was 80 points. So I took a 4-point hit and ended up on 84, which isn't too bad. But you know what it is when you see other scores and it's like you feel like you've done a injustice and you've had a bit of a crap week. So it just feels rubbish. So I've been 3 red arrows in the last 3 weeks. And oh man, I'll talk you through. But basically, essentially, we're all going to have the same teams, but I'll tell you the problems I've got is I've brought in Edison a few weeks ago for Kepa, and Zay's got Kepa and Edison, so he can feel my pain slightly. But Edison's done nothing. I don't know what it is. Man City can't keep clean sheets, and
it's been terrible, Andy Edison. It's a case of every week now. It's like guess the minute he's going to concede. Yeah,
it's like you think who was it, Lerma or someone that scored the other day? I was thinking, right, you know what, he's bagged his clean sheet sorted, and then they go and concede. So it's like that's been a bit of a disaster. Ben White done well, but again, as much as he's done well, Zinchenko and Gabriel have been much better at the back, points wise. Patterson's just unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. Like it was either him or Bueno that everyone picked, and it's just not really worked out for him. And then he had that little relapse as well with his injury, so that was a flop. Dawson, another waste of a transfer in some senses. He hasn't done anything. But yesterday, on our chat, how many notifications came through, man? Because it was like 1 minute Dawson's on a clean sheet, then Darwin scores and got disallowed, and then it was like, oh, my points are gone. Then it got so it's like disallowed, and then he was like, well, I think on 3 bonus, and then the ticker went off again. And I thought, right, Liverpool have scored. I'm thinking, please, at least be Salah. So at least if the clean sheet points go, so I can accept that, man. So it was a bit of a bittersweet one. And then Odegaard, I got rid of Martinelli for him. So it's like it's been a bit bittersweet because Martinelli's suddenly become like bloody prime Pele, man. It's like he's just smashing it, and it's like as much as I am happy because I'm an Arsenal supporter. In case you guys didn't know. Whoever's watching, but yeah, it's worked out all right. Odegaard's salvaged me some points. Saka, man, just think if we had stuck to the switch 5 minutes before, we'd have been slightly better. But all in fairness, he's on he would have been on 30, so it's not that much of a difference, man. It's not really a biggie. Salah's been so, but he's probably going to jump out of all of our squads. Andreas is just, filler, so I'm not really expecting nothing there. Gnonto was just an enabler, so I actually got rid of Tony for Gnonto so I can get Mo Salah in because of that whole FOMO crap. In all honesty, man, I probably should have just forgot about Mo and just maybe got rid of a defender and got in Trent. Trent killed it. I've got a couple of people that I know. Trent, the captain Trent, it's like sitting on like 30 points, and it's like it's ridiculous.
It was quite confident, wasn't he, Trent? Didn't he? That wasn't the first game. Didn't he concede after they brought him off as well?
I think so, yeah. So it's like two clean sheets and bonuses and whatever else. So yeah, the rest of it's Kane and Haaland, man. So standard issue really. But yeah, I don't know. Need to get rid of some players, but we'll chat about that in a minute. But yeah, so 84, 80 net. It's not bad, but yeah, another red arrow, sadly.
I think as well, like just going back to the captain picks as well, obviously we went for Salah this week and we maybe should have gone for Saka, obviously. But then also, us lads was talking the week before, we should have, was it Rashford, I think?
If we'd gone Rashford, man, we'd be way out there, man. So that's 2 captaincy calls, which we knew via like gut instinct and through our various chats, man. But we it's just FOMO, man. I think for the rest of the season, I think, you know what, sod it. We just go with our instinct. We know what we're doing. You
got to go with your gut instinct, aren't you, really, and just stick with it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I've seen a couple of people on Twitter at the minute, and they've made a few calls and stuff. And then obviously, like before the game week had started, I think a few of them had been thinking about doing a certain player or captain someone. He didn't do it, and then they're saying like, obviously, like you get that Twitter hype, don't you, where people You know what I mean? You just follow the crowd, and then you don't bother captaining the player you're supposed to captain, and then before you know it, you've lost 20, 30 points. But yeah,
Do you know what we should do? We should do something on this channel, and it's called Build a Narrative. So we're coining it here. Whoever's watching our channel, we're going to build a narrative every week and boost and hype up a player and see how many people actually buy him and captain him. I'm only joking. We're not like that. We're not like that. We observe. We've seen between us three. We've seen a lot, and I'm sure all of you that are on our Twitter feed as well. That there are a lot of accounts that will hype up a player, and then it just doesn't work out. So, who was one of those? Tarkowski recently. You know what I mean? Everyone's hyping it. Oh, he's got chances of scoring and headers and attacking threat. He ain't done nothing, man.
Hey, talking to that guy, Neil, I think Zay's going to explain his team. I think you might have him in the team here as well.
Zay, you got him in your team?
Yeah, sure. So apart from the standard picks, Ederson has been a pain in my dash. I can't say that word, but Neil and Gas would understand. And Kappa has been similarly shite for me too, to be honest. The moment I play any of those keepers, they end up losing the clean sheet, and that has been pretty much the case for me so far. And as for Ederson, every second or first shot they have been conceding, Man City has been conceding, it has turned into a goal, which is a little worrying from Man City's perspective too, and as for our FPL teams. So yeah, I think in the upcoming game weeks, we must look out some other options, like Raya is there and all the other players that we can go for much cheaper as good keeping options. And obviously Bueno was, he got only 1, Ben White got 13, James has been another bad transfer. I mean, every time I play him, he has done nothing so far. Tarkowski got a big 0, and obviously there was Salah with 22. And there was Andreas with a blank. Saka got me points. Odegaard was among the points, and then obviously there was Kane and Haaland. So yeah, 84 for me. I think 86 was the safety score. I couldn't make that, so it was a red arrow for me, and I'm currently on 55k.
Man, it sucks, innit, man? Red arrows really does. But
I think that Tarkowski kid as well. I think a lot of people took -4s and 8s and things to bring him in, and then obviously people were saying, "Oh yeah, -4 though on a double game week. He's earlier -2." But then obviously he scored 0 points. So
it's been awful, man. Honestly,
sometimes double game weeks are traps, aren't they? Really?
Do you know what it is? And a lot of them, like you say, triple Liverpool. They've gone like balls deep, and that's a problem now, isn't it? So
I think obviously moving forward as well, because we've got a few doubles coming up. So it's one of those: do you load up and then just get the full quota of players, or do you just bring a few in? Got a few big weeks ahead, haven't we, lads?
Yeah, so it's got to start planning now. Got to start planning.
Should I move to the
Yeah, Zay, stick on our team, bro.
Let's have a look at these disasters.
Oh, mate. Do you know what it is? There's so many players in my team that I just want to get rid of, and
that's the trouble with mine as well, Neil. I've literally just been looking at my team, and I've got like 3 or 4 injuries, and I've got probably 2 or 3 people that are not going to start this week.
Yeah.
So
Yonto is crap, man. He's done nothing. You know what? He's come off early, pretty much since I've got him, and Nyonto, he's just been crap, man. You know what? He's got potential, but it's just not right at the moment, and it's almost like I'm just playing with 10. But Gaz, go through yours, bro, and then we'll go through all of our respective.
Yeah, so pretty much, obviously Shaw, Trippier, and I've got White in defence. Obviously Shaw's flagged at the minute. I'm not sure. I think Ten Hag said something that he's hoping it's nothing serious, but I'm a bit worried about the game against Liverpool on Sunday now, whether he's going to make it or not.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got Kepa in net. It was Kepa or Ward at the minute, but I've just left Kepa in because he's got home advantage. And then in midfield, again, probably similar to quite a lot of people's, Saka, Mahrez, Salah and Rashford, which I'm not too bothered about those. I would like to think Mahrez potentially might come on, get some minutes. But again, he's probably one that I would try and get rid of and transfer out.
Yeah.
And then also up front, I've just got Haaland, Kane and Nketiah. But again, I don't know whether you know anything about that injury. You know, the Arsenal lad up front, Neil.
Do you know what? I've not, man. I saw that he's flagged up, and
I think it was a knock or something. He said, didn't he? But
yeah, but I think they're trying to style it out because he's been a bit.
He's been a bit hit and miss, hasn't
he? Yeah, so it's like he's played all these games and supposedly be carrying this injury. But me personally, nothing against Nketiah because Arsenal boy. But yeah. I think what it is, truth be told, I think Arteta's just kind of saving his face because if he's been carrying an injury for X amount of games and he's been playing 90 minutes, it's more form, man. There's nothing wrong with having crap form, but if he was all right and at home at Bournemouth against Bournemouth would be pretty ideal, to be fair.
It's a nice fixture for him as well, but it depends obviously because of Trossard and that he's playing like the false nine kind of role, and obviously Martinelli can play up there. I'm not sure, obviously with the injury as well, and you've got Jesus coming back. He's definitely one of them people that I want to move on.
Yeah.
I'd even like obviously to free that other Arsenal spot up, probably for someone like Odegaard maybe. So yeah, I mean he's a problem for me, and then my bench is just absolutely awful. We'd probably not say anything about that because it's dreadful.
I think all of our benches are pretty crap to be honest.
Yeah, Bueno looks like I think it was a hamstring injury, so he's going to have to go. Emerson, he didn't start the last game, so again, but I've got no value in these two. I can't just switch them. I need more than one transfer kind of thing. So
yeah.
Obviously, at the minute, I didn't want a wild card. We've been speaking about this a lot, haven't we, lads?
Do it!
You can do it.
Yeah, guys. What are your reasons for not playing the wild card?
If Nketiah and Shaw was going to play, I probably wouldn't play it because I don't really mind the fixtures for the team this week. I did plan on doing the wild card in 33. And I was trying to keep hold of it as long as possible because you don't know, obviously, with the international break, you don't know whether injuries are going to happen, etc. So I didn't really want to use the wild card. If possibly, I would have maybe used it next week or next game week, should I say. I just want a bit more info on certain. Obviously, like Tony, we're not sure what's happening with him. He would be one of the people I would have on a wild card. I'm just not sure whether I wanted to use it this week, to be honest. So we're looking at that team now. I think 3 of them are injured. 2 of them, Mahrez, Emerson, probably won't start. So I'm probably five players missing there, which leaves me 10. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do, to be honest, lads. I might be forced into a wild card and follow the hype.
Hype.
Neil, what are you saying about yours, bro?
Oh man, do you know what it is? There's so many players. I'm just zooming into mine just so I can see. So I'll tell you what I'd like to do, right? So in essence, we've pretty much got similar teams, me and say a couple of different players, but I want to get rid of Edison. I'd like Zinchenko or Gabriel over White. Although White's cheap and it's like he's doing the bits, he's not getting the bonuses, and that's like where the differences are now. Do you know what I mean? It's like trying to accumulate all those bonuses and try and climb the ranks. So it's Edison, White I probably want to get rid of. Mo Salah I probably want to get rid of as well, although he's got Bournemouth I think after United, but even then I can't guarantee nothing.
No.
Gnonto I want out. Andreas ain't doing jack. Patterson's awful. He's not playing. I feel sorry for him, he's got his injury and all that, but it's just not worked out for me. And Dawson was just a punt, purely punty punt. I wasn't expecting nothing. So I've got about 6 or 7 players, and Ward as well. You know what? I wouldn't mind having 2 decent keepers so I can kind of play the fixtures. Yeah. So I think, you know what it is? Again, like, you know, on the timeline, like the last couple of days, like the hype on Wildcard 26 is really kind of kicked off. And I'm sure you boys have seen it as well. And the thing is, we've been talking about it for a little while, so it's not like we're just following the hype train. This is something on our group chat we've been chatting for a few days. So pat on the backs for us, boys. And Zay, we've all got evidence, right, bro? We've got our group chat so we can post that shit up. But I think what it is, I just want a team refresh. I feel like if we leave it too late, the problem we're going to have is rotation. And it's that thing of like, if there's teams that haven't got anything to play for, it's kind of like it's going to be annoying that you're going to be trying to bench boost for like 15 players and like maybe 5 of them might not play, and it's like you've only got like one fixture out of the 2, and it's like
that's the
it's
worry.
Annoying, isn't it? So it's kind of like you don't know what's happening. So I think
like you said as well, Neil. Do you know you said about the Arsenal players? Obviously, like you've got White, but you'd rather have obviously a different defender.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all about having the 3 like main people from that club.
Yeah.
So obviously, like Odegaard, Saka, maybe even Martinelli, maybe they're the 3 you should have.
Bro, do you know how bitter I am, right? So I love my team. I love Martinelli, but the whole point of me was Martinelli to Odegaard, because Odegaard was like KDB Mark II, and then suddenly like Martinelli's like playing, like for his life, man. He's signed that contract. He's seen the threat of Trossard, and my God, it's like every time he touched the ball yesterday, I was bricking it, because it's like he's killing our rank. He's killed all of our ranks. You know what I mean? Because it's like
he's owned by like 30-40% of the people, isn't he? So
it just destroyed me, man. So it's like some people have left him because they had other issues in their team. So it's kind of like they've just sat there and taken the 26 points, which I'm bitter and twisted about, but it is what it is. So for me, I don't know, bro. I mean, I'm obviously chatting to you boys about what my thoughts are. I think I might pull the trigger tonight, man, and then just do a complete refresh. Although in saying that, there is something that you said earlier today as well, which was we could wait until next week and get a bit more information and see what happens. So the only kind of thing it would be is that if I do it this week, it's set for next week and it's done. I've already got my players in. But again, it's that risk of loading up on players and they don't do anything. Like Mitoma is slightly gone off the ball, and it's a difficult one to pull between the Solly March and McAllister. McAllister's playing, Zay, innit? McAllister's playing up front slightly. So it's like, who do you get in? And it's like, say you go for like March and Mitoma, and it's someone like bloody and Stupinian, and it's like bloody Dunk and I don't know, March are the ones, or McAllister is the one.
March
like,
is actually the famous pick right now, because I think a lot of people have highlighted that he gets into better positions than Mitoma. So yeah, most of the people would be going for March. So yeah, he is going to be the popular pick.
The only Brucey bonus, they're cheap, so it doesn't really matter. So we can always kind of jump around. But yeah, that's essentially it, man. So wildcard is a strong possibility. Zay, what are you thinking, bro?
Yeah, so as for my team, I still think that I can go on without a wildcard for at least one game week. We'll see how things go for me after this, how things go in Gameweek 26, and yeah, then I'll look at the wildcard. But as for now, I have some players I have to get rid of. Ederson is on that list, and there is obviously Salah, who has been pretty awful so far, and obviously he has, I mean, if you talk about the doubles that are coming up for him, he has got Chelsea, who are still a defensively solid side. I mean, they leak goals, but there is no guarantee that it would be Salah scoring against them. And then obviously there's Man City, who on their day could be a better or a tough defensive side for Salah to score. So I might get rid of Salah in the upcoming game week, save that wild card, go for someone from Brighton, and get either Darwin Nunez up front. Sorry guys, sorry for that, but I have been considering Darwin for I mean, he still poses some attacking threat, a little more than Salah, and I think that with Firmino still back, I know Firmino is back and he might still replace him, but I think that Darwin Nunez is the guy that would be among goals in the upcoming game weeks because of his good position stuff. But yeah, I'm still pretty confused. And as for Tony, I've heard that he might not be out for at least next 3 game weeks. So if you guys want to go for Tony, you might do a little bit research on that and go for Tony, and then obviously you can switch him off for Watkins, who I want to go for a while now. I have been wanting him for a while in my team. So yeah, these are
everyone.
Some options.
Zay's been saying Watkins for how many weeks? And this is no lie. Zay said it about 6 weeks ago.
Zay said it for every single week that he's actually returned.
I promise you, it's no joke. If we go back in our chat history, and Zay pointed it out ages ago, it's like he said Watkins, and we were like, I don't know, man. And what's he done so far? Literally, like in that period, it's like what, 5 games in a row or something?
You lot thought I was kidding, or I had gone mad picking Watkins up for my team.
Zay, you know what though, right? As soon as you bring him in, he's blanking.
I know that. Because he was about to return in all these game weeks, and as soon as I wanted to go for him, someone in my team got injured, or they started to get benched, and I had other fires to put out. So yeah, that was pretty much the case. And as soon as I bring him, Gaz is absolutely right. He's gonna take a red card and miss the other 2 game weeks.
Zay, if you had a choice between Watkins and Tony, who would you bring in? Watkins.
I would, if Tony doesn't get a ban, I'd go for Tony. But yeah, if it isn't Tony, it's definitely Watkins because of his good form and yeah, all that XG, XA, XL, XP shit that really matters. So yeah, that is why I'd go Watkins over Tony if he's about to get banned.
We're all going to go for Tony, and then Boomer's going to outscore him.
Yeah, that is going to be the case. Also, I'm currently looking at one thing here. We all have different captains. But Gaz has gone for Haaland, Neil has Saka, and I've got Rashford. So yeah, we might need to sort that out before we lock in.
Yeah, I don't think mine's going to stay that way, to be honest. I'm not sure.
We're going to go with same captains. I'm pretty sure about that.
I think I might go with Rashford.
Yeah, your Rashford is going to be my choice. The man in
form.
Saka's on form though, isn't he, against Bournemouth at home?
Saka at home against Bournemouth, boys.
That is another pick. Yep.
Well, now it's on him.
Separate the men from the boys again this week, isn't it?
Yeah, that is going to be the case. But I'd still choose Rashford because of his good form and he being the main man scoring those goals. I mean, with Arsenal, you can get Martinelli to score a goal. Saka, Trossard is obviously there, and Nketiah, they might be among the goals. But as for Man United, currently Rashford is the main man. All the attack and all the stuff is being channeled through.
Yeah, I think as well going forward, lads, with these doubles coming up. I mean, looking at our teams, I mean, obviously I can only see, is it one? I think between all of us, we've got one Brighton player and no Brentford players.
Yeah,
so obviously moving forward,
I've got
I think
only one Brighton player who doesn't even play.
I haven't got anything, man.
I've got nothing either, Neil. So we're all in the same boat, kind of thing.
Yeah. We might have to consider the wild card in the upcoming weeks, but the plan is to currently, me and Gaz are actually planning to save it for the later part of the season. But obviously, if things do not go our way, we have to pull the trigger.
Zay, that's that might not happen now.
Okay, so you guys has actually switched course, I think.
I did want to actually keep hold of it, but obviously, look, as you can see, my team there is in a quite a bit of bad state, to be honest.
Yeah, you need that wild card, bro. Yeah.
I think what I don't want to do, though, personally, I didn't really want to bring 3 Brentford and 3 Brighton in. I know it sounds crazy on a wild card, but
nah. I think two of each is enough, man. I tell you, it's going to be another situation. We're going to load up. And
so
it might be a problem.
What we need to understand now is that obviously not all the 11 players are gonna return every week. So yeah, a couple of players blanking is, I think, all right for us. We need that, captain choices to go for us every week. I mean, we have been doing pretty well so far this season, all 3 of us. So yeah, we need to nail those captain choices, and at the end of the day, it's all about the captaincy for us currently from where me and Gaz are standing, and for you, Neil, it is all gonna be about the differentials.
Neil, can I just ask you, Neil, as well? Obviously, if you're going to wild card this week, when are you going to do the bench boost? Is that 29? Obviously,
29, bro. Yeah. So I've had a little look on FPL team, and yeah, pretty much. But I don't think. What's that?
Go on, mate. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a full 15 though. I think 13, and I think my single players will be Saka and Haaland. But I'm not ruling out. It sounds nuts, but I might actually take out Haaland and just maybe bring in like a Watkins or someone at that point, and just at least try and have at least a minimum of 13, and then take it from there. But it's just having that right mix of players.
Ballsy, that Neil taking out Haaland.
I know, man. But you know what it is weird?
He's an EO merchant, isn't he? So
he was crap for a little while, and it's like all of us still captained him because that fear of he can score.
The moment you take him out, the meat shield is gonna fire. I can bet on that.
You know, the thing with Haaland is, right, he's one of them players. Obviously, he scores a lot and he gets a lot of points, but sometimes he's a bit quiet and City don't do very well. But then he's one of them people where he's so explosive at any given moment, any game, he can bring you a hat trick, can't he?
That's the thing, man. It's just
other players don't do that, do they?
No.
So we're just trying to scare you, Neil.
Yeah, I'm still. Do you know what? Sod it, man. I'll break the template, man. Break the template.
I mean, you should break the template, but taking out Haaland would be risky because he is owned by almost. His EO is over 100%. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But yeah.
Yeah, there's being brave though, isn't there? And then there's being silly.
So if you.
I've had a couple of drinks, mate. I've had the strong stuff.
Oh, you beard up now? Is that what it is?
It's blackcurrant, fizzy blackcurrant. I've put some sparkling water. I'm going bosh, mate.
Wait till that deadline's finished on Saturday, and then you realise that you've dropped 100k.
I'll be sweating, man. But yeah, I need to break back into the 100k, man. I've slipped in the last couple of weeks. So whilst in our amigos and our different leagues and stuff, it's only like I think 20 points between us, or 24 points between us three. There's nothing in it, but rank-wise, it's just astronomical, man. I don't know, over 11 million players. So it's kind of like, I see some people they're upset. They're like on 286k or something, or 353k, and I look at their points and I think, mate, you're only like 16 points behind or something, and yet I'm about 100k different, and there's not much in it. So it's like, I think it's better as the game's got on, in that the more players there are, the margins are finer. So, like I saw something interesting today. Somebody put on the timeline that is 100k this season, like the 10k of last year.
Yeah.
It might be that, you know what I mean? It's like the margins, it's
it's close to that, really, because obviously there's a lot more people, 11 million players, like you say. So, I mean, if you get in that top 100k this season, that's a very good achievement, I think. Because I see a lot of even the big content creators are like struggling a little bit.
For sure.
So, yeah, I mean, if you can get in there, then it's fantastic. Also, it's good to see as well the people on Twitter, like there's a few people that FPL Odin. I mean, he's one of my gym buddies.
I mean, gangster, man. He's smashing
the guy, mate. He's killing it now. He's like 130 in the world or something.
That's mad.
That's mad. But yeah, it's good to see the community doing well, though.
It is.
Happy day.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that some of these, like the big accounts, no names mentioned, some of them are struggling. So the struggle's real, man. So at least it's good that people can see, like, these people have been doing this stuff for ages, aren't having the best of seasons, and just take it.
I actually think, that is the part of the game. I mean, we've struggled previous few seasons, so we at least have learned from it. So we struggled, we learned that is how things go in FPL, and at the end of the day, it's 90% luck, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, mate, it's all skill for me. So that shit, man. I know what I'm doing. I think.
I know you're drunk, bro. I know you're drunk.
Oh, I don't know, man. But yeah, so I think tonight is it's gonna be maybe pulling the trigger. I don't know. I need to forward plan again, have one more go, and just see how it is, and then just if it works out that. I mean, look, all of our teams are quite similar, so we're all in a similar position that we could probably just go with it and just see how it goes. But it's just the hits. It's like having, a couple of players next week, taking -4s all the way into maybe trying to bench boost in 29. I mean, the fixtures aren't the best either, so it's like a bit of a risky one. But that shouldn't be something to put us off. So I'm trying to egg you boys on, innit? I think tonight, me and Gaz will be pulling the trigger. Gaz is doing it because he doesn't want to do it, but he's going to have to do it. I'm doing it because
I think for me, Neil, I think you know what it is. I think personally for me, I think if Shaw and Nketiah are okay, and I get some early team news about Man City because they're the early kickoff, I might just stay as I am and ride it out for one more week. But then again, if I don't hear anything and I hear some bad news about those players that are injured, then I might just have to pull the wild cards.
We might have to wind it up, lads. It's just got like 10 more minutes before the call actually ends. The Google.
Yeah, say something to wrap it up, though. At the end, obviously.
I'm just saying things to wrap it up. So thank you, boys, for coming in and talking about your team. So this is going to be our channel, and we're going to be doing daily videos here. We're going to talk about all the FPL stuff, all the transfer moves and plans, and we're going to have fun like we did it today. So do subscribe and do like the video and share as much as you can. It will be very helpful for the channel as we're still in the starting stages. So thank you all for watching, and good luck for Gameweek 26.